Okay, so this worksheet is worksheet 32. We are continuing with our mock exam. Some of the questions are okay, not so difficult, and I'm not going to spend too much time explaining those questions and answer, right? So if you look at question 1, I have taken a look. Yeah, question 1 for this particular MCQ. Those who have done this, you got all correct. I mean, for question 1, all of you got correct. And yeah, it's pretty obvious. Okay, protecting the head. So it must be strength that we are talking about. Okay, then question 2. My question 2 is your question 2 is my question 16 because I follow the entire full mock paper to pull out the questions. Okay, so John carried out an experiment on 4 magnets, P, Q, R, and S. Only one person got this wrong, so I'll quickly go through. So he put each magnet into a pile of the nails and counted the number of nails each magnet attracts. So the stronger the magnet, right, the more nails it will attract, isn't it? So over here, they ask you which of the following statement is correct. Okay, so answer is actually D, right? P is stronger than S. Obviously, because it's stronger, you can attract more nails. Q is weaker than R. This is not true. I think it must have been an accident. Okay, Perez, you answered C. I believe it's an accident. I don't think you will make error like that. Is Perez here yet? Not yet. Okay. Yep. So answer is D. The rest of you here who have done it, yes, all of you got it correct. All right. And then R is not the strongest magnet, should be P. So this one, A and B, the order is wrong. Okay, next question. The diagram shows an experiment set up by Ramesh. He observed the shadow form on the screen. Yeah, when the torch was shone. So what do you think is the best representation here, okay, of the shadow that's cast on the screen? You look at the wooden block, okay, and then the rubber ball, and then the glass sheet, and what's going to be formed on the screen. Okay, what's the answer here? Okay, obviously it should be A, right? Okay, any question here? I think it could be an error again. Yeah, okay, thank you. Right, good. Kayin, you didn't do... you did, right? I saw your answer inside the... Yeah, okay. Thank you for typing in. I like this kind of responses. Yeah, okay. Avery, I still can't see you. Later, I will remind you again, Ange, so. Okay, because the wooden block is so small. All right, the shadow that is formed will actually be formed on this rubber ball instead, okay? So whatever you see, because this one, light can pass through, okay, so the shadow you see must be just what you see as the rubber ball. I know some of you will point out, it's not exactly a ball because it's not round. Yeah, so the shadow also maybe not so accurate, but doesn't matter. Just get the rough shape, okay? I do know that some of the pictures here are not so good. Okay. Latest. Hold on, someone is coming in. Cancel. All right. Move on to the next one. Shu Hui filled up identical beakers A and B with water and small stones as shown. What would be the water level in beaker B when all the water in A is transferred to B, meaning all the water is being poured into beaker B? What do you think will be the answer? Okay, this one, yeah, 3% got it wrong. Okay, 3% got it wrong. Now, if you look at the small stones, okay, there are actually spaces in between the stones, if you can see. Are you able to see this? So when you actually pour the water in, what happens is some of the water will take all these spaces between the stones, all right, and occupy that space. And the remaining water, okay, that has no other space to go to, they will be at the top, correct? But of course, the line I'm drawing now is not the accurate one. So how much water or what is the water level you should be actually expecting to see? Can it possibly be 400? Definitely not, because some of the water actually occupy the spaces between the stones. Okay, so it has to be between 300 and 400. Any question here? Okay, let's see. And you got it wrong. Okay, and you understand what I'm saying? Can you give me an indication that you understood? Only got it right. Okay, Kayin, do you understand this part here? You understand now there are spaces between them. Yeah, okay. Dora also? Yeah, you got it now, Dora? Where are you? Okay. You understand now? Okay, good. So it won't be actually a lot. So I would suspect it's probably looking at the space available. Maybe it's 370. Okay, my best guess should be around there. It cannot be at 300 also because the spaces are not really that much in between the stones. All right, let's go on. Perez is here. Okay. This question, Peter put some water, or some cold water, okay, into a styrofoam cup and a plastic vase, okay. When he touched them, his hands felt that the plastic vase was colder than the styrofoam cup. Okay, which of the following explains why Peter's hands felt that the plastic vase was colder? So what is this topic on? What is the topic on? Heat. Very good. Yep, you are fast. Okay, so this topic is on heat. So when you talk about heat, what is the main thing about heat that you need to know? What is the main thing about heat that you need to know? Okay. Yeah. Conductors, heat gain, heat loss. So heat transfer, right? It can be gained, it can be lost. Very good. Yeah. So these are the main thing that you need to know. Heat, always talk about flowing from a hotter place to a colder place. Now, why am I asking you this now? I have seen students who said gain coldness. Do you think gain coldness is the right terms to use? Is something actually become colder? Did it gain coldness? What happened to that substance? For example, I have hot water here, and then from 85 degrees Celsius, it has become 65. Did it gain some coldness? No, correct. What happened? It lost heat. Very good. So you must always answer in that way. I have seen some P6 students say gain coldness also, so be very careful. So answer over here. Let's see, only 2% got this wrong. And then the option they put down is actually C. Okay, let's explore. The plastic vase gain heat slower. Okay, if it gains heat slower, we don't even talk about gain heat over here, right? So this is wrong, the gain heat. Because gain heat means the temperature will change. Now, plastic vase conducted heat faster than the styrofoam cup. Yep. So because it's a better conductor compared to the styrofoam cup, right? Comparatively plastic usually not so good, but comparing this with the styrofoam cup, of course, is better. Okay, so it will conduct heat away from our hand, okay, faster. That's why we feel that it's cold. Then C, the plastic vase had a lower temperature than the styrofoam cup. Now, this is not correct because both the cups, okay, have cold water at 10 degrees Celsius. All right, at 10 degrees Celsius. So you cannot say that one is at a lower temperature than the other. You're not reading the question, Okay, same amount of water at 10 degrees. That's why you cannot write this way. Okay, but I do want to know if you have a reason for writing so, Ange or Perez, can you type it into the chat box? Okay, somebody is trying to talk, right? Who was that? No one, huh? Okay. Okay, so for Ange and Perez, can you explain to me? Let's say you have something to say about your choice of answer, which is C. Can you type it into the chat so I understand what you're thinking? Why did you think that the plastic vase had a lower temperature? Okay. Any question here? No question, I go on. Okay, next. The diagram shows water cycle at a river. So which of the following correctly identifies processes K and L and states of matter M and N? Okay, so this is river water, right? River water. What is this particular process? K. Type into the chat. Okay, Perez. I see it now. And Shosoa. Okay. So Perez actually is not. It's just like even carpet. If I have carpet and then a piece of aluminum foil at room temperature, they are both at the same temperature, but I touch the aluminum foil, it feels colder compared to me touching the carpet. Why is that so? Because one conducts heat away faster from my hand, okay, which is the aluminum foil. Yeah, evaporation, evaporation, evaporation. Good job. So after evaporation, what do you have at M? Okay, what do you have at M? What is M here? Okay, good, good. Very fast, huh? Thank you, people. So this is water vapor. Yep, because river water undergoes evaporation to form water vapor. Then at M, it will change to N. But it needs to go through this process. What is this process? So water vapor needs to go through a certain process to be converted to N. Okay? Yeah. The rest of you know? Yeah, you are typing. Very good. Yes, good, good, good. Make sure you are spelling correctly. Okay, so condensation here. What is formed after that? What is formed after that? Yeah, good. Okay, yeah. Be very careful with what you are writing. Yeah, very specifically, you need to talk about tiny water droplets. Now, be very careful, Kayin, you said liquid, right? Liquid is a very general term for many substances in the liquid state. But over here, we are talking about river water. And when it evaporates, only the water evaporates to form water vapor. So we already know that substance we are talking about is water. So water vapor condenses to form tiny water droplets. And you know that they exist in a certain form called something in the sky. What is that? What is this thing that exists in the sky? Yeah, that we see. Very beautiful, like cotton candy, right? Cloud. Good. So they form clouds, right? Cloud is actually accumulation of many tiny water droplets. If I ask you right now, okay, what is the state of the cloud? You have 3 states of matter, right? What is the state? Why is it white? Because of the tiny water droplets, a lot of them accumulate. Okay, it looks white, but when there are too much of these water droplets, I say too much because cannot count, right? So much of them, what will happen? They look gray, right? And the next thing you see, the rain starts falling, correct? So if you have heard from your teacher, this process is known as precipitation. The raindrops fall, okay, is known as precipitation. You are not tested in PSLE. This is something extra. Can? Yeah. Any question over here? Okay, so now let's look at our options. Okay, look at our options. So K, we know is evaporation. Okay, so we have evaporation. L is condensation. Good. Then we start talking about M and N, right? M is water vapor. It is a gas. And then tiny water droplets in liquid state. Tiny water droplets also together they form clouds. So clouds is in liquid state. Tiny water droplets in liquid state. You read it online before about precipitation?